thoughts of you were sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. Babe, I wanna know, is it heartfelt or maybe just a little? Cause you don't really see me like you used to, but you hold on to me cause all you do is settle. I've heard you've been here before. Stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. But I don't stay the same, it's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusted to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to. If I stay still, the thoughts of you are sinking. Point stands, but I'm still overthinking. You know you don't really call me like you used to, but I know you try. But I've heard you've been here before. But I won't stay the same. It's just what I'm used to. Some things don't ever change. I know it's me and you, but I don't stay the same. I'm just adjusting to. Some things don't change, but I'm designed to be held on to.
Okay, I think we're live. Hello. Over there across from me right now is an empty seat. Oh, it's totally fine. I'm trying to print a couple things. But welcome. We honestly just walked in the door. Yeah, like literally walked in the door. We're making something to eat. And then we're going to go from there. So welcome. I see Tony was in there. Marcy was in there, is in there. Happy New Year. Love you too, Marcy. Thank you so much for joining us. We're the ones that were tardy today. It was just poor planning, I think, on my part, most of anything. Because Sarah was on a flight. She got in on time, but I was didn't plan it very well on picking her up. I picked her up, then went to the store. I should have gone to the store before I picked her up.
That is what
but
it
this-
is.
oh, she's here.
Here we are.
Here's that face.
Happy Friday!
So, yeah,
Sorry,
welcome.
I just took a bite of food.
yeah. We're gonna be eating on this one.
Yeah.
I mean, we're gonna
We
turn
apologize in
the
advance.
volume up real high. We can get some
Mhm.
ASMR in here.
Record it, sell it, use it, all the good things.
We can OnlyFans it.
Disgusting.
Why?
I
People
don't
want
even
to
like.
pay. If people want to pay to hear me eat,
I don't even like to hear
go for it.
myself eat food.
Hey, but it's obviously a thing. So
Oh, struggle bus is happening
What's
right
happening?
now.
why? What's wrong?
Me trying to figure out YouTube while I chat.
Well, you just push the button.
Not me.
Oh. Well, welcome. I did print up the papers. They're upstairs. But we're gonna try and I'll go grab
Dang
them
it.
here in a little bit.
Okay, take a
But we will wing it.
Yeah.
So let's get started. We're doing
Ew.
we're doing a shot.
Oh,
Well, that's one
yeah.
thing that we had to go to the store for.
So I am doing a drier January.
Same.
So I'm drinking water in half a shot.
Oh,
That's my yeah. It's a drier January around here.
I went to bed earlier last night. Only had a couple beers.
I was forced to go to bed.
Just saying.
All right, salud. Happy Friday.
Slanchava. We are all here. Okay.
Look at the papers.
Yeah, papers upstairs. So let's get started with yes, we are starting some things during this month. So please, if you would, go to patreon.com/SarenScooter. We were trying to do it through the YouTube channel, but we have to have more subscribers to do it. So if you go to Patreon, it's $2 a month. That way we can talk about things that are kind of a little bit more intense. We can play a little bit more music. We can do a little bit more fun without stuff getting taken down or that kind of thing. So, and it's not to make us money. It's just to pay the bill of actually having a Patreon. If that makes sense. It's just the way it is. If you know anything about Patreon, you know how this works. So patreon.com/SarenScooter. And our sponsors. Dun, dun, dun. As always, our sponsors start always off with Lever Consulting. Make sure to go to leverconsulting.com for your complimentary introductory consultation. Just mention that Saren Scooter sent you. That's the plug. That actually sounded pretty good. At least it did in my head. It's not my headphones, but so make sure to check that out. It's our good friend, but also an extremely talented human being, Lucy Zheng, her company. Please go over there and check them out. And our other sponsor.
Oh, I got my paperweight already. It is Yaya's Embroidery on Instagram. And she does embroidery and screen printing, shirts, hats, all the good things. And follow her on Yaya's Embroidery.
Brewery.
Embroidery. 10% off if you mention Sarah and Scooter.
Saren Scooter. Pew-pew.
Marcy said we should do ASMR. That's not funny.
I think the way my mouth moves, I already do it. So if you want to listen closely, you'll probably hear it half the time. It's really icky.
I don't understand ASMR.
And plus, I like breathe. I understand it. I don't understand the sexy part of it. I think that's my.
I don't understand the comfort. Like, people find it comforting.
Oh, it just depends on what the noise is.
There isn't one.
Well, yeah. I mean, you got to think like some people are very like the sound of. I know you're not, but like the sound of
Rain.
bees humming and stuff like that.
Bees?
That kind
That's
of
not
like, or
comforting.
the
That's torture.
like the sound of crickets and those kind of things. A lot of people find it.
So is
very, very
ASMR just sound?
It is sound, but it's more of really soft sounds and light sounds turned way up so you can really hear it.
Oh, that
So
sounds
a lot of
awful.
people do it with like they can do what is it like squishing of something.
Ah.
It's all that kind
That
of stuff.
sounds
You-
like torture.
brushing, like doing a brush across something or tapping on something.
That sounds awful.
That's just what it is.
All right.
I can't remember what it stands for. If you guys, I mean, we could look it up. But first, I'm going to get my spittle off my microphone.
Ew.
It's bothering me. There. So yeah, that's what we're going for.
Yeah.
No, maybe some ASMR, but the price will go up.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Push your button.
For what? Oh.
Good thing.
We just got here. So, what's
Here
your
we
good thing
go.
for the week?
I'm here. That's a good thing. And it's a new year. Happy New Year. That's exciting. And we had 2 kids home this week.
Yes.
And it's really been a quiet week.
For us.
I had an end of year business meeting with Becca
Yeah.
for Planner 2025.
We ended the year.
Ended the year. We did. On a positive note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
Oh, just saying it was good.
no, it was a good end of the year. It was a good New Year's Eve. We had to wake up our kids to come down for midnight to do a toast. We did play games that night.
Yeah.
That was fun. I think that's kind of my thing is that we played a couple board games. We actually hung out as a family. I think CJ got apple cider wasted
Yeah, I did.
and fell asleep.
Yeah.
So we literally had to wake him up. And then as soon as he was awake, he's like, "Can I go to the park?" I'm like, "Okay,
No,
you're
it's closed.
apple cider wasted."
Yeah.
So it was really good, really fun. What else did we do this week?
A cat almost followed us home.
Yeah, we went on a walk, and halfway around the park, a cat just like came right at us. We're like, "Is this cat looking to charge us?"
I thought we were going to get attacked.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna, and then it just goes like, "Hey."
Yeah.
And started walking with us,
Just
like
walked
kept
with
pace
us.
with us, like
Yeah.
all the way halfway around the park.
Yep.
And then
It was
just
weird.
left.
Then he was gone.
You just
He
want
was
to
like
say hi.
Batman.
You just want bat cat.
Bat cat. It was weird.
There's already a cat woman, so bat cat.
Oh.
It did seem like bat cat.
Yeah.
Just like, hey,
Just
what's
making
going
sure
on?
we're good.
You guys good?
It was
Are you
late at
safe?
night. He wanted to make
All
sure.
right. And then left.
That was cute. That's really been the week. It's been pretty chill.
Yeah. We've gotten some work. We've got some work done. Gotten? Wow.
We did some things.
We did things and stuff. And
You almost got all these baby clothes washed and packed to go?
no, I have all of them. No, that's not true. I have all of the baby clothes washed, all of them dried, all of them folded into other bags, put them in a box, taped up. All I have to do now is go to FedEx tomorrow. So look out. Look out, Bailey. There's a box that weighs about, when I weighed it, it was 38 pounds. 38 pounds of clothes and accessories.
Sounds crazy.
From little socks to a couple jackets to blankies to a carrier, a lot of onesies, a lot of cute little pants, a lot of little headbands.
Yeah.
You are set. And it's so exciting. I was excited. I was really, Sarah was like going, "Oh geez, he's doing it again."
That's just who you are.
Yeah, I was up there like washing the clothes and folding them up real nice. And then I put them in bags, so they're probably not folded up very nice anymore. But it was fun.
But also your journey of like, I'm just going to put them in these prepaid boxes from USPS. And I was like, do what you want. And then you come down and be like, it's going to be like 8 boxes. I'm just going to get a bigger box. Like, all right, do you.
And
so
then
the
I go,
box I got wasn't big enough. I have to go get a bigger box. All right. I'm glad you're on this journey. You do you, love.
It was actually quite enjoyable. Made me think about having babies.
Oh, that's
You know, not like having babies right
Oh,
now, but I was
okay.
like, it made me
When you had
nostalgic.
babies.
Yeah,
Got
maybe
it.
nostalgic about when I had little babies.
Yeah.
And like, I just remember kind of that cat story kind of ties in. We had a cat at the time, and the cat would always steal Ariel's socks. And this was when she was our first kid, and then steal her socks, and it would end up in the dog's water bowl. And so we always had to wash clean socks because the cat would steal her clean socks out of the drawer and put them in the water bowl. We never had socks for Ariel.
Oh, the cat liked her.
Oh, it just wanted to play a ball. It did. The balls that we had for the dog were too big for the cat's mouth. So I think it was just trying to play because it
Oh,
would play
that's
with
cute.
you with
Yeah.
it. But yeah. So yeah, and those kind of things. Just washing the girls' clothes and putting them away. And
Yeah.
I just thought, I don't know. Bailey always losing her shoes, so we always had to go on a search for her socks. It was always a socks and shoes thing.
Socks are the hardest to keep
Yeah.
track of.
Yeah.
Even as
So
an adult. So Ryan says, hey, and Bailey says, stoked.
stoked. Hey, stoked.
I'm assuming that's how she says it. Stoked.
Stoked.
like that because she looks like they look alike. All right, it's all the good things I have.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah,
Do you have the other parts? The other thing we're doing?
I don't have a pen.
I know it's too far for you. I can throw this one at you. Then reach over.
Rant of the week. Rant of the week.
Rant of the week.
My sad thing about this pen.
Oh, is it new?
No.
Oh,
The
when they're new, it has a little ball on it. And it doesn't work right
Yeah.
off the bat.
So my pen that I had here, I took with me to go do audits because I needed someone.
The pen that you left down in the studio?
No, it was a pen just like this one.
Oh, okay.
So I took my old one with me to go do work because someone stole the pen. Not stole. Someone took the pen that I like. I had them sign something. They kept it. Same thing happened today. someone took my pen.
But these are the pens for down here. Are
Yeah,
they
I
just
know.
like this?
No, it is this. I took one from here.
From the studio?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's in San Diego somewhere.
Should have a
kept it.
tracker on my pen.
I know exactly where it's at.
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
You have a Sarah and Scooter podcast pen.
It's not branded though. It's just
I should
a
put
gray
brands
pen. What's my rant this week?
I don't
I know.
know.
I'm so sad about it. It's a travel rant because I just got done traveling. When they say that there's 50 open seats, and then the
On the
couple
plane.
on the plane, sorry,
There you go.
50 open seats on the plane, and then the couple comes next to you and sits right next to you, and you think the F4, there's still seats back there together. Like, why are you sitting next to me? Why do you want to sit three people
You
in a
smiled at
row
him,
when you
didn't
don't have to? I didn't even look up. Nah, you know how I know I didn't smile? I was friggin' starving. I was exhausted. I just wanted a snack, and I couldn't get my snack. And then they sat next to me, and I thought, when the girl first came to sit down, I thought she was a mess. I felt like she had like 18 bags. She was trying to put stuff up, and it was crazy. And then when she sat next to me, I thought, the F is this? Why are you next to me? And then someone sat next to her, and I thought, the F is wrong with you guys? There's 50 open seats on this plane.
That's how people are. People really don't. But people don't understand that you're traveling for work. So let's put it in that aspect.
Yeah.
So I always, when I get on a plane, by default in my brain, I treat the person next to me like they're traveling for work. That's just me. But people don't travel a lot. And people that don't travel a lot don't have that in their behavior.
Yeah.
They have more of like, we're on vacation and we're having this and we're doing this. And the other person's like, I'm just trying to get home or trying to get to my job.
Yeah.
You know, there's a difference.
And they weren't chatty. That's like they weren't mean. You know, it was just one of those things of just like, you could have just gone a couple rows back and had your own row. Like literally, they could have had their own row because it was just the two of them. No one was doing middle seats. We didn't have to. And then they sat next to me. I thought, you could have had your own row. Why do you want to sit next to me? I'm not even nice right now.
Well, I mean, it does happen. But
Yeah.
when I travel, or even when I'm on the train or anything like that, if I'm not in even when I took the train a lot, if I'm not in the food car, like where we're having dinner or lunch, like on a long trip,
Yeah.
I'm just not socializing.
Yeah.
It's not. I just treat everybody like they're going to work or coming home from work.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Marcy said, I get the same anger when I go into a restroom and there are like 10 open stalls and someone comes in the stall and sits next to me.
Yeah, it's not a
To crop dust
competition.
me.
Yeah, it's not a
Like,
competition.
come on.
It's not a competition. Like, why are public restrooms a competition?
Oh,
You can blast off one door over, okay?
It's so odd. It's like maybe they just want the comfort of knowing someone's there with them.
No, I'm not. You want to hold my, like the hand comes out. It's like, can you hold my hand?
I
I'm not
would-
used to pooping alone.
I would be like, I'd have to leave. If you're not asking for toilet paper, there should be no conversations while we're in the restroom. That's the only thing you're allowed to say.
But even if you're asking for toilet paper, your hand should not come underneath.
Where else do you do it?
No, I'm saying
Throw it over?
if you're asking,
Oh.
if you're just asking,
Let my hand come under. Is that what you're
something.
saying?
Yeah, don't put your hand under and then go, hey, you got any toilet paper? It's like ask verbally. I was like, what is
I
happening?
would die.
Yeah.
If someone's crazy hand came under a door and did that, I'd be like, I gotta go.
Hey, you got any toilet paper?
No.
Like they even put a puppet on their hand,
It's not right.
like a grimace or something.
It's not right.
Grimace was what? Oh, that was
Isn't
McDonald's,
that
right?
McDonald's? Yeah.
I don't know. I was thinking Muppets.
All right, my last travel rant. So there was
This won't
again,
be her
I've
last
already
travel
I've
rant.
already pet peeved about when people like don't understand the getting off the plane process because they're idiots. So there was a guy who for some reason desperately had to get off the plane this morning. And this was already after my first flight got delayed, my first flight got canceled, my second flight got delayed. I had to fly into a new airport and then drive hour and a half to where I had to go.
Ooh.
So I land. He's like, some guy's trying to get his stuff out of the front. He's going around the guy in the aisle because he, for some reason, has to get off this plane. So I'm walking because now I'm like, oh, you're not going in front of me because I also have somewhere to be. And he friggin' steps on the back of my shoe. And I was like, dude, you don't understand. I've been up since 4 effing a.m. And he stands on the back of my shoe and he's like, oh man, I'm so sorry. Long legs and tight spaces. I just want to be like, F off. Like, seriously. I'm sorry you're so friggin' important that you have to be somewhere like the rest of us don't have to be somewhere, but get the F off my shoe. I was like, okay, no worries. I have to just keep it moving because if I turn around, I'm going to say something not nice. And I don't want my day to start out that way. But I want to punch him in the nose.
But as I have verbally said that to people that are pushing that kind of stuff. I have said we all have somewhere to be.
Yeah.
We just do. You cutting me off and being 3 people ahead of me, you won nothing.
Right.
You won asshole of the day.
Yeah.
That's all you won. You won the disrespect of everybody that's around you. That's all you've won.
Yeah.
That's it.
I'm so sorry for my potty mouth today.
But I was like,
So annoyed.
but while you're doing that, there's another dude right next to you grabbing somebody else's bag from the over and giving
Helping
it to
it,
somebody
yeah.
who's like 90 years old.
Right.
So we can see both of you
Yeah.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And you're both about the same age, probably both about the same success level. But for some reason,
Yeah.
one of you feels a lot more entitled than the other one.
I was like,
And I'm trying to understand why.
we're all on the same friggin' Southwest flight, dude. No one's more important here, I promise you. If
No.
you were, go get your own friggin' plane.
No, it's really, if you are way more important than me, you would not be on a Southwest flight
Facts.
and you'd be in first class.
Yeah, you would.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's one
Yeah.
That's one step more important than me.
Yeah.
Not business class or whatever class and the other. And that is not more important to me because most Southwest flights that I take, the seats are just as roomy
Yeah.
as these United flights
Oh my
that,
God.
that you pay extra
Not
for.
roomier.
They're not. It's just the cheap seats are worse.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. So realistically, first class, definitely. Definitely, that's one click up
We got it.
from everybody,
Yes.
from everybody that's on this Southwest flight.
Yeah. That's
Everybody.
it. Yeah. Yeah, that's my rant. It's all from today. So it was a pretty good week, except for today.
I don't
No,
have
it
a
was
lot.
so good today.
I don't have a lot of rants. Not really.
I can't tell if the thing went off. I'm assuming you would tell me.
Oh, it did 3
Oh,
minutes
okay.
ago.
Oh, okay.
So your food was ready 3 minutes ago.
No, thanks for the note.
So, well, I'm not wearing my watch. Sorry, I can't do everything. I will do better. So yeah, we're doing these. That's something. I mean, we can go into that. I don't have really a rant, but it was we're having Tavalas tonight. That's a sponsor we should look for. Tavala meals. We get like 4 meals a week that are good for a week, and they're all fresh. And you put them in an oven that they supply to you. What? You just push a little button, scan it, put it in there. It's pretty rad. So yeah, traveling's, and that really has helped with that. That's another thing with those Tavalas, is really has helped with traveling, because when, you know, Sarah and I are gone, or Siege is at school, she's gone, coming home at this time, we're like, we didn't plan anything for dinner. Instead of having takeout, it's actually like a decent meal that's done in like 20 minutes, and you don't have to do anything. You have to put it in an oven and go. So that's kind of my rant's probably going to be about me. Today I was very poor at planning, and that is why we're very, very late. We're like 15 minutes late. But the other thing, I'm sure Sarah would love to rant about it, but it's a traveling thing too. Like she got up at 5 o'clock this morning, and I don't think her plane left until like 8:30 or so, because one was delayed, one was canceled. So she ended up flying into a different airport, and had to drive a couple hours once she got there to her first appointment. It was just, it was nutty. So yeah, travel is never fun, but sometimes you just get good at it, and it does. I'll tell you one thing. The good thing about this, and we'll put a good thing in a rant, is like traveling a lot and going through and meeting all these people and getting frustrated all the time. It's either going to make you a very angry person or a more patient person. I think it's made Sarah more angry, and me more patient. So I think we're gonna level off somewhere, because she's a little bit more salty and a little bit like, if somebody does nudge her or cut in front of her now, she'll go, okay. And she'll say it out loud. She'll go, okay. And I'm like, whoa, she would never do that before. I was the guy who was like, excuse you. I'd be always that guy. But now she's getting a little saltier, and I'm getting a little sodium free, a little sodium conscious, less salty. What is that?
Dinner.
What's yours?
Leftovers.
Oh.
I'm eating as I was going.
Oh, that's weird. I didn't know that was happening. I thought this was your meal. That's why I was like, go get it for you. So yeah, I was talking about your morning, and I think you heard me.
Yeah.
The morning, and how you're getting saltier, and I'm getting a little salt less.
Definitely getting saltier.
Not salt less. I'm just less salty.
Just want to punch people.
Facts.
All right. I didn't do
All
it.
right.
What's up in your area?
Do you know anything that's going on?
No.
Oh, New Year. All right.
Wait, I do know one thing.
Okay.
I bet everyone's going to the gym.
Oh yeah. Be careful and be cognizant if you're a gym goer. Just know there's going to be a lot of people in there that are not used to going to the gym.
Did you? I was reading.
So-
Not reading. I heard this on an Apple commercial. The second Friday of January is called like I failed Friday or something. That's when everyone gives up on their New Year's resolutions. So in 2 weeks, we're gonna talk about our resolutions. See if they're still there. See if I'm still only having drinks on Friday. We're going on our 2 walks a day. And what else are we trying to do? What are we resolving this year?
Huh?
Paying off some bills.
Yeah. I mean, you're asking me questions. I'm trying to be off camera so I can take a bite.
You don't have to answer. Or answer off camera.
With sign language, with food in my mouth?
Too hungry for this.
We're looking at 3 things, right? We're looking at being healthy.
Mm-hmm.
So, financially healthy.
Yeah, that was weird.
What happened?
It's like I burped while I was drinking.
We should probably not do that.
I know.
don't think it's an in or an out.
It shouldn't have happened.
Can't go both ways.
Scientifically, I think it was wrong.
Financially healthy.
Yeah.
What was the other one?
Physically healthy.
Physically healthy. And
mentally healthy.
was it mentally or emotionally?
Same thing.
Because I think we're already on that trajectory of emotionally. At least I am. Sarah's got more work to do.
I do. I'm a friggin' mess.
Those kind of things. But I was not health like as, but yeah, physically healthy, mentally healthy. I think that's what it was, and financially healthy.
Yeah.
Which is very broad brush. It's like New Year near bleh.
We're not doing New Year, New Me.
Bleh.
I like me, kind of, some days.
Bleh.
We're just doing New Year, better me.
Yeah. Like, do a little better. And it's kind of one of those things. It's like, I think it was something that actually Tony posted. Yeah, I don't know how he transpired it.
It's going to summarize it up.
Well, I'm going to butcher it, but that's
Yeah.
okay. I preach in my own way. Okay.
Oh, gosh. Go ahead.
No, it has to do with setting goals. You always kind of fail the goal, and then you're kind of like, okay, well then set your goals smaller. And I was like, well, then you're not living to your full potential. So I think what I took out of it was like a trajectory. Like, where's your focus? Where are you headed?
Yeah.
And just veer off the path if you need to, but still know that you have that destination. Like, you have a focus, an intentionality, or what did I say earlier, a second ago? I don't know what it was. Trajectory. Like, what is your trajectory? Like, are you still headed in that direction?
Yeah.
It's kind of like video games. Yeah. Think about video games.
God.
So video games, when you're playing a video game and you have like this goal that you're supposed to be meeting, but you have side quests. Still have the side quests, but you got to remember what your actual goal is.
Yeah.
Like finishing the level on Sonic. I'm going to dumb it down for side scrollers, people that play side scroll games.
The nerve.
No, to getting to the end of the level is the goal, right?
Yeah.
But the side quest is collecting all the rings.
True.
Because you don't need them to succeed.
Yeah.
Right?
It's just more fun.
It's just a side quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good job. So we used to always, when I worked for the school district, we would have to come up with a word that we wanted to use for like the next year. Like, what did we want our word for the year to be? And forever, I was always like, I want to be consistent. And you know what I learned, guys? I'm not a consistent human being.
No.
I can't. I have tried for about 8 years now to make myself a consistent person. It's just not in my DNA. I'm an consistent person.
I don't think that's...
I'm not consistent.
That's... Okay, that's not okay. No, I'm just saying that's not okay.
I don't want to tell you.
I do. I'm going to tell you. Because I'm not going to let you get away with like, I'm just inconsistent. That's just how life is. I was like, well, that's not fair to all the people around you.
I don't want to tell you guys.
I know you've already said that.
I've already said, sorry, I'm not a consistent person.
Okay, but you could work towards that by doing the small things that other people have asked you. We would like to see this more of you, and put it on a calendar. And since you've been more consistent with certain things that I've asked you to be consistent with, when it comes to stuff that we talked over with a therapist, our relationship has gotten better. Our relationship with our kids has gotten better. My relationship with you and the kids has gotten better. Your relationship with me and the kids has gotten better. That's all it is. It doesn't have to be, you have to be perfect and consistent. It's about hearing what other people could really appreciate you doing on a consistent basis and doing it more often than not.
Yeah, but that's not how I view consistency. That's all I'm saying. The view that people, consistent and regimen is not ever I'm going to be who I am. That's what I've learned.
Okay. If you
okay.
Want, it's not okay if some other people suffer it because of it. It's not okay for you not to be consistent. Say, well, I know it's hurting all you guys, but I'm just going to keep doing that. That's not fair, right? It's a trajectory. A trajectory of trying to be more consistent.
I'm consistently inconsistent. The end. The end, and that's all.
And this is where I've become less of the stubborn one. Sarah's become more of the stubborn one.
I've been as stubborn as I've always been.
All right.
That's what I've learned about myself. Consistency is not going to be my word.
Okay. I didn't say that, but I was just saying, I just feel like saying I'm not a consistent person, so screw you guys, just deal with it.
I didn't say screw you guys.
Well, kind of, when you say I'm just an inconsistent person and just everybody has to deal with that because that's who I am, that stunts your growth.
Maybe.
Well, it does.
I won't tell you.
Hey, I'm still growing.
Me too. Just on consistency.
Jeez.
Growing all the time.
And what?
My waist is bigger. My shirt's bigger.
Minus the jokes. What are you growing in then?
I'm growing in self-care. I am growing in standing up for myself. I am growing in patience. I am growing in forgiveness. I am growing in laughter and love and experiences. That's what I'm growing in lately. Those are my things. Oh, you want me to keep talking? He took a whole bite. Well, he asked me the question. I just answered it. You see his face. He's real mad. But I feel like that's what I've gained in the last year. I feel like those are the parts that I've gained. And so I don't like when you're like, well, then you're saying screw everybody else. I'm not saying screw everybody else, because I give a lot to a lot of people, and I give the love that they would like for me to give, but it's just not always consistent in what I do. But it doesn't mean I'm not there. I'm not giving to people. But I did learn that this is my year. I say this and it's gonna sound terrible, but to stop being Captain Save-A-Ho. Like, I can't save everything and everyone from everything all the time. So I'm trying, because then it's to the detriment of me and like literally my growth and my okayness when I just have to keep working so much for everyone else. And my thing is, like, when something's asked of me, if the person hasn't tried themselves to do something about it, why is it okay for me to have to work more instead of them having to work more? Like, why are they saying it's okay that I have to do more and not them? And I don't know. I'm going to read Marcy's comment real quick. I thought you were going to say something. You took a breath. Marcy said, I love the standing up and speaking up for yourself. I've had to work on that, and I feel like I've done so much better. Like, stop saying yes to make others happy. Yes. That is, yes. But seriously, it's hard because I'm like, well, I want everyone to be okay and everyone to get along and everyone to be happy. And then I feel like crap on the inside because I'm doing the things that everyone's asked. And I'm like, well, then I have nothing for myself. My aunt told me, like, a long time ago, many years ago, and she's like, you can't take care of other people if you're not taking care of yourself. And I forget that quite often.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
There's no way to be there for somebody then.
Right.
So maybe once that happens, maybe the consistency will become easy. No, once you have the self-care and the regimens built into your system, I think that's where I was trying to come from, is like, you don't have to work on being consistent. You have to work on what's making you inconsistent, right? What's making me inconsistent? It changes, but it has to do with, but I can't sit here and go, that's just who I am, because I've done that in certain aspects. Like, that's just who I am. So you're going to have to deal with that. And you're, well, that's not okay. And I was like, well, okay, let me work on that.
Let's discuss sleep.
Yeah.
Because sleep is something I would love to be consistent in, but we don't have the same sleep schedule. So I either have to be like, I'm going to go to sleep when you go to sleep, or I'm going to go to sleep when it feels good for me.
Right.
Those are my only two options.
Okay. But I could just go, that's just who I am. So you're just going to have to deal with it.
But you have said that. That's why we go to sleep at 2 a.m.
That's why I'm still working on it. And I went to bed last night at 11, got up at 8:30 this morning.
Yeah.
So don't. Like, I'm trying. I'm trying to do something a little bit different, a little bit to where it makes sense for both of us. That's all.
Yeah.
So.
Same. It's just sometimes they're so far apart that the good for both of us doesn't exist in that moment. And
I think what I was saying is the consistency is not, trying to be more consistent is kind of like the final step of when everything else is working.
Interesting.
Depends on what your priorities are, because you're consistently working.
Nah.
You're consistent at working.
Really not.
Okay. I
go to work every day.
Yeah.
I don't consistently do the same amount of work all the time. I just go to work because I have to pay bills. If I didn't have bills to pay, I wouldn't go to work. That'd be stupid.
Oh, you would too. We know you. We all know you. You would show up to do something. You'd be bored out of your mind.
If I didn't have to work, I would not work as much as I do.
But you work so you can enjoy life and travel.
Right.
Yeah. So that's your goal. So I just like, what is your goal? I think it's because what's consistency going to get you? You're like, nothing. I already got it in the bag, so why do I even need it?
No, consistency gets you a lot.
What? What would it get you?
It gets everyone to stop telling me I'm inconsistent.
What would it get you?
I think it would get me, I don't know.
I think that's where we're at.
No, I think I know what it would get. If I was, I think even like the easy things, like if you actually ate the things you're supposed to do consistently, you'd be in better shape and be healthier. If you actually went out for walks consistently, you'd be in a better place.
That is true.
You know what the funny thing is? The one thing that I do consistently is I play mind games. Brain games, not mind games. I play brain games.
Yeah, we know you play mind games.
Because there's too much history of brain things in my family, so I always get freaked out, and I'm like, I have to every single day play my brain games to make sure that I am still functioning up there to my best ability. So that's like the one thing I do every single morning. That's not true. Most mornings.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say every single morning. Like 80% of the time, I remember to do them at nighttime and daytime. But that's like the most consistent thing I do, other than go to work, because I feel like you have to. Again, if someone gave me $1 million tomorrow, I'm not going to work.
Like, I'm not working for a year.
Right. At least.
No. So I hear you.
Marcy said, yes, me too. I know, those brain games. Brain stuff's scary. Was that your belly?
I think it was a combination of the microphone stand and my belly did it at the same time.
Oh,
so it's
weird.
like
Seemed real
coming in
loud.
stereo.
Yeah.
It goes,
It was loud.
yeah.
I didn't know where we're at.
We were about to do shout outs.
Oh, yeah.
So let's go there.
Okay.
Shout out!
Woo! All right, you go first because mine just
I don't
traveled.
have anything.
Okay.
Like, I've been in here vamping.
Well, shout out to Scooter for vamping.
No.
So, sorry, it's another travel because that's all happened to me today. We had a really rough landing in Santa Ana and probably like one of the roughest landings I've had in a while to the point where once we landed, you know, the pilot usually says, thank you guys so much. Welcome to Santa Ana. The pilot just said, well, we made it. I thought, glad we're on the same page, dude. I'm glad we're on the same page because that was rough.
So shout out to the pilot that
Yep.
made it.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it can be. Think about how rough it can be for them.
Oh, I know. I feel bad, but just made me laugh so hard. And then when we landed too, the girl kept saying, welcome to Long Beach. And everyone was like, are we going to Long? Because it's been that kind of day. Are we in Long Beach? And she's like, oh, sorry, guys. We're in Santa Ana. And I was like, all right, let's calm down. You guys already had a rough morning. Oh, gosh. So Mom was having a rough day. That's who's just texting me right now.
Okay.
That's all.
That's your shout out.
Yes, shout out to Mama for having a rough day. So she, I'm assuming her landlord's never gonna watch this. She found a cat, and Mariah's a saving person. And so she brought the cat in, and we're like, you can't keep the cat because you're not allowed to have a cat. So she found some place to take the cat, and the drop-off day was on the 4th. So she calls them to confirm that she could still drop off the cat, and whoever answered the phone was like, we have no record of you having an appointment to drop off a cat. And Mariah's like, I have to drop off the cat.
It's not my fault.
I have to drop off the cat. And so she's like panicking. She's texting me, and I said, here's some other place to call. She's like, Mom, I've called every single person. I've called all of those numbers already. I don't know what to do. She's like, I'm in tears. I don't know what to do. I said, you call them back and you say, listen, I had an appointment to drop off this cat. So you do what you want, but the cat's getting dropped off on the 4th. So she's like, so I called back crying, and I got stuck to the lady who did schedule my appointment, and she found my appointment, and she's like, so I'm okay now. And I was like, oh, poor girl.
It's
So girl, drop off that dang cat and tell them, good luck. I don't know what to tell you guys.
anytime this is something that I've found. Anytime that you're calling or making an appointment or speaking to somebody over the phone and getting verbal confirmation,
Yeah,
you get a name
I know.
and their title, what office, what is your extension. You have to. Now, if you get a confirmation of it in an email, it's just as good.
Yeah.
That's why scheduling online is something I always do. Because then you walk in, they go, I don't see you have an appointment here. I was like, that's fine. But you sent me a confirmation.
Yeah.
So whether or not you can see it or not, that's not my problem.
And that was the issue, is everything was on the phone
Yeah.
because I don't even think they had a website. So she's just like, no, I already talked to
Get a name
somebody.
and who's somebody, right?
I know.
But it's
It's a life lesson.
a learning process
Yeah.
for Mariah because number one, you can't save every animal that's walking on the street and you don't think it has a home.
Right.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It's just an animal walking.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean they're lost.
Right.
It could be they're just walking around the yard. You don't know. So,
How? She locked herself out, I'm assuming, of her house.
well,
How?
good thing though. Okay, what are we doing?
I'm helping a kid. Keep talking.
You're
What's your shout out?
5 hours from here to get in somebody in there. I don't have one. Like I said, I haven't filled this thing out.
Well, what happened this week that you want to say shout out to this person?
How do I say? Shout out to CJ to finally going out and doing something
Yeah.
in the physical real world
He did.
instead of the virtual world. I think that was really good for him.
Yeah.
I think he went to the mall, that kind of thing.
He did.
Shout out to only a few weeks left of a bun in the oven for Bailey and Blake.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. It can be very stressful. Goodness. What else we got?
Shout out to Becca's kids for getting our kids sick.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the stomach flu. That littles always get, and the teenagers got it too. Shout out to that. That's what I have for shout outs.
All right. That's all I have to.
Yeah, I'm usually over prepared.
Yeah.
Today I'm not.
Shout-outs.
Well, I'm not prepared.
It's fine.
It was very.
I know. It's just one of those Fridays.
Yeah, but we say that every Friday, so
No.
we should probably do something different.
Usually we're pretty good on Fridays.
Yeah, I usually am. No, I usually am. Like I'm usually have everything lined out, and then you sit down and within the last 10 minutes before we go live. But neither of us did any of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she left them in our house. Poor girl. Mariah left her keys here. Her house keys here.
But how'd she get there with the car then?
I don't think her car keys are on her house keys.
Well, that's a life lesson there too.
But she's also like kind of sick and not really paying attention, unfortunately. Yeah. Ugh. I was like, ask your neighbor to break into your house.
Well, there's not a lot you can do from here either.
I know. Well, I can help. I can ask her questions. Help her think.
Okay.
They should have a maintenance line. I'm told to stay at my dad's.
There you go. Shout out then.
What?
What's your shout out?
I already did my shout out. It was at the
Okay,
pilot.
what are we doing?
We're going on to the next thing.
Are we?
Yeah. I said that.
What's our next thing then, Sarah?
We have an advisement up. We know what we're going to talk about.
This whole episode is supposed to be what this year is about and what we're going to do this year.
All right, cool. Let's do it. You said you
Are
were
you
gonna...
actually ready?
I have no idea what we're doing this year.
You don't think we're doing anything?
No, I know
Like,
we're doing stuff, but you said it was going to be like, Sarah doesn't even know some of the stuff we're doing.
That's true, but okay. So we can go month by month. What's going on in January, Sarah?
January's pretty chill. I don't have anything. Blake's going to get born, hopefully. And kids go back to school.
Going to Ambiverse.
Going to Ambiverse.
Going to
It's
a
a
concert.
band. Yeah. That's all that's happening in January, I think. What am I missing? Because you're staring at me like
No,
I missed
I don't know.
Oh.
You're not focused.
No, I told you that already.
Yeah. So do you want to take a break?
No.
Come back here in a little bit,
No,
or
I'm good now. She called a locksmith. It's fine.
okay. So February, what?
It's Valentine's Day.
What?
Super Bowl.
Are
She's
we
just going on a senior trip.
Are we going to Vegas too?
Yeah, I was going beginning to end.
Senior trip? I forgot about that.
Yeah. Super Bowl Sunday, February 9th, in case anyone wants to come over, hang out with me, and watch football. Valentine's Day, which you don't do. Dusty Slay's gonna be in town.
Oh, we thought about that.
Yeah, probably won't go, but it's there. Yeah, CJ's going to Southern California, Universal Studios, Disney, for like a week. And then we're gonna go to Vegas for like 4 days. 3 days. 3 days.
3 days and not buy a timeshare.
We're literally going because Hilton said, if you want to come do this, all you have to do is basically buy your plane ticket, I think. And I would like the room's like $100 or something crazy for 3 nights. And I was like, okay. And I told Scooter, I'll tell you right now, if you say yes to this timeshare, that's on you. I'm not signing nothing. My name's going on absolutely nothing. So if you want a timeshare, you got to figure that out because I'm not doing it. We're there for the cheap hotel, and that's it. All right. March?
Hopefully Pacific Northwest.
Oh, yeah. Are we? Is that
what
where we're going? Okay.
Yeah, we're giving Blake like a month to
Not be a
chill.
little baby. Yeah.
Yeah, so they can get their community in order and their friends come over and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
when everything kind of chills out, I like to kind of come on in and hang out
No, that's
and not be troublesome.
overbearing.
Yeah, I don't want to be troublesome.
I think that's literally everything happening in March. What else do you have in March?
That's what I have. That's my big one.
St. Patty's Day. Green beer.
Is that it's the 15th, 17th?
17th.
Yeah.
Abril. It's April.
I don't have anything.
So you just go to Hawaii.
April, Hawaii.
Lacey turns 22. Taxes are due.
Yeah.
I think we're going to go to Disney on Easter Day if anybody wants to go with us.
Yeah, we're talking about we are looking at doing that.
Yeah.
Leave to Italy in March.
Who's going to Italy?
Marcy says she's going to
Ooh.
Italy.
I need to know your itinerary, Marcy. I have been window shopping
Italy?
everything at this point. I've been window shopping vacation places. I've looked into Spain, Portugal, Brazil, Jamaica, Barbados, Maldives, Italy, Ireland.
I'm going to go to Belize.
I've looked at Belize. Belize is 2026, March.
Why?
Apparently that's the time to go is March, and so we're not going this March.
Oh.
The way our bank account works is something's got to go in it first.
Checking and savings.
Yeah. 3 weeks in Italy? Oh, that sounds so wonderful.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, we'll have to chat at this. I want to know. I want to know it all. Where you're landing, where you're going. I want to be nosy.
We'll pull her in as a guest.
Yes.
Talk about Italy.
I love talking about travel. Okay.
Yeah, April. Well, I mean, yeah, she turns what, 22?
22.
That's
That's all I have for April.
all I have for summer, basically.
What? May?
What's in May?
Hopefully Cedra graduates.
We can't plan that. No.
I'm planning for it.
No, is that the month for graduation?
May is graduation. Mm-hmm.
Graduation in May.
There'll be so many. May is just a month of tears, by the way. May is a month of tears. There's so many things that happen in May that it's just a month of tears. Yeah. But we also have in SIPA, my work conference. Back in Vegas.
In May?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 14th through 16th. If I want to go to Vegas, I'll be there again. There's another conference. I don't know if I'm going to. That one's in Florida, I think. But it's the 12th through the 14th. And then it's
the same month?
The same, yeah, it's the same week. So it's a whole conference week.
In two different locations?
Mm-hmm.
For the same thing?
Kind of, but no.
Same group.
They're both insurance.
I know, but I was like same, what do I say, demographic, same clientele of people.
Correct.
Yeah. Sounds like my life with conventions.
Yeah.
Like there's so many overlaps of stupid gaming conventions. It's gross. It's just too many.
Yeah. But June, I don't have anything.
I don't have anything that I can think of.
That's crazy. For now.
Anything that I wrote down.
And then July.
Warp Tour.
We do have Warp Tour. We will be there. Already booked our room.
Booked the rooms. So we have Bailey, Ryan, Ariel, and us are going to Warp Tour.
We are.
There in July. And the end of this month is when they're announcing their special announcements. Wait, no, for Warp Tour, it's going to be like a lineup. Probably
cool.
at least the headliners.
Yeah.
Usually get announced first.
That's
so
cool.
Yeah, it'd be really, really cool to see who's actually going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
August.
Is that PAX West?
That's PAX
That's
West.
PAX West. So we're going to go to PAX West up in Seattle. So that's another Pacific Northwest trip.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that. So February, March. Well, that's a big gap, but gonna go up there. Hopefully do more interviews like we did on our YouTube here. So that's another little plug there. It's like you got
Ryan, you better be going.
Yeah, Ryan.
I'm done.
That's if Ryan's there, you're on the You're on camera more.
No.
You're in front of it.
No, thank you.
I'm just saying.
I'll wander.
You have a great camera
I'll
face.
find people for you to interview. I'm like, hey, you look funny.
Yeah, but then I know, but you'll go up there do the interview and they'll go, oh, I thought she was doing it. I was like, no, you get this schlub. Harper. You get this guy.
Oh,
so yeah, PAX West. Hopefully we're doing the media thing, can do some more interviews. But again, check out our other videos. I did there's like 7 of them.
Yep.
There's a little playlist on our channel for the 7 interviews we did. She even did one. So
I did.
September.
How dare you, sir?
Whoa, did I miss August?
Yeah, you think? That's so rude. You see how I did that? So rude. What did you miss in August?
what is that? It's not Thanksgiving yet. Is it? Oh, is it like a Labor Day or something?
Yeah. All right, September it is. We're done. Moving on.
2 people get a year older. That is true. That is true.
Yeah.
You're one of them.
Yeah.
And so is Mariah.
Yes.
But you skipped CJ's.
Well, wasn't even what I was talking about.
Oh.
It's our anniversary in August.
Oh, when was that?
Jesus. I don't. Who knows?
I'm
Too
always
long
the one
ago.
who remembers it.
Too long. Their 10-year anniversary this
10 year. I don't know what we're doing, guys.
Nothing.
So
We're going to Warp Tour.
looks like it. We were gonna plan a big 10-year thing, then we
And
moved
PAX
here,
West.
which cost way too much money. And then scheduling wise, we're going to Warp Tour
Yes. And PAX West.
and PAX West.
And PAX West literally like the week of our anniversary.
Yeah.
So probably not doing anything. We'll be in Washington.
Yeah,
No, we'll be back by then. But
we'll be doing something. So if you want to join us, we'll let you know, because it's more of we're doing it as a celebration kind of thing. Hopefully.
we'll see.
No, it's like if we're not gonna just, we would like to tell you if we're going somewhere, and if you guys want to join us, please do, because realistically, without the people in our close, what do you call it? Our bubble? It's not a bubble.
It's our
Whatever.
village.
Yeah, our village.
Yeah.
Without you out there, we wouldn't have made it 10 years. Let's be real.
True. Very true. All right, September. Nothing.
Nothing.
Guy gets older.
I get a little older.
Val gets older.
Val gets older. My dad gets older. My mom gets older.
Do we even
My
have
brother gets
anything else
older.
left for the year? October.
October, yes.
Oh, we have Aftershock.
Yep. October Aftershock. And maybe December, maybe PAX Unplugged.
Scooter uninvited me to PAX this year.
I did not.
He's like, you don't need to go.
Well, you didn't like going the first year. You're like, I guess I'll go. You almost talked yourself out of going this year.
Yeah.
So
I
you do act like you don't want to go at all.
I want to be invited. I mean, how rude is that to not invite somebody? That's crazy.
Oh, because I would like to go, and I love when you go. It makes home base easier to work with
Yeah.
than just,
It's just, it's weird. Again, we're in the weird transition of not like empty nesters, but like all grown kids nesters.
Yeah. And it's also like, it's not even in December. It's the end of November this year.
Yeah, I don't want that either. I like to see all the Christmas
Yeah,
lights.
so I feel like
I don't like Christmas, but I like the lights.
it's not my. So it would be purely if we do go this year, it is more just business.
No, I don't have. I just wander.
No, it's like there's not as many things going on.
Yeah.
In this
You know what's gonna decide it for me?
Mm.
If there's a home game for the Eagles.
Oh.
That's the only reason That's the only reason I keep going, is hoping I get to go back to an Eagles game.
It's a good call.
Yeah. So if there's not even a home game for the Eagles, I'm definitely not
Yeah,
going.
why are we going?
Yeah.
But I also look like this one was actually pretty decently lucrative for me, at least for media wise. It was very fun, enjoyable. I didn't work too hard. We enjoyed ourselves. We got to see random things happen
Yeah.
that we didn't plan on.
That is true.
So that's our year coming up. Oh, Marcy's just today. So there's a birthday, a born on day anniversary that happened today.
Aw. Is that Marcy's? I'm assuming.
Are you reading? Are you reading it?
I was in my calendar. I can't read my calendar and have YouTube up.
It's right there.
Oh,
on the
Leslie
screen.
turned 45. Dang, Leslie's hecka old.
Easy now.
Just kidding, Leslie. Anybody older than me, I'm always like, you're so old.
Yeah, that does happen. Getting old does happen.
Oh, man.
So sorry. I will try and get younger.
It's fine. Because Matthew's the same age.
Yeah.
I think. I
Leslie
think,
and-
Leslie
and
and Matthew are the same age.
Huh.
Pretty sure. I don't know. I don't know. My brother's born.
Trying to get you some snacks. Do you want your chips?
No, because they're too crunchy. I was eating when I was in there. Oh, Marcy said, yeah. Marcy would know. Marcy was there when I was born. That's how long I've known Marcy. You're leaving.
Yeah, keep going.
Oh, I don't know what we're talking about.
I
It's like
can't. I
birth.
can't push the conversation by myself.
I know.
You can do it by yourself.
That's why I need you here. All right. So what does everybody have planned for this year? What do you guys want to do that's like out of the norm that you would normally want to do? This is out of the norm for me that much, but I want to do a 10K this year. And I wanted to do it last year, and I couldn't be bothered, honestly. I just couldn't. But this year I am going to sign up for a 10K. That way I don't have a choice, because I'm not about wasting money. So if I sign up and pay for it, I'm just going to do it. So I definitely want to do a 10K. That's one thing. Me and CJ have a pact. He wants to get in better shape. I want to get in better shape. So we're doing like mini goals throughout each month of things that we want to do just to get like on a healthier, better in shape path. So it's going to be a lot of really annoying talk from us about like the exercise and the eating better and the things we're doing. I apologize in advance, but that's just the life that we're trying to live this year. So I have a 10K. I have monthly goals with CJ. At some point, I had to get back and do jiu-jitsu once a month with Scooter. Don't know when that is. But that's also like actually get back to jiu-jitsu, because I think if I let Scooter fall off of the BJJ train again, it's going to take too long to get back on it. So I have to show up back to a class to make sure that he's still going to class. But I also need a hobby. I've said this before multiple times on this show. I might start knitting or crocheting, like when I'm sitting there and watching TV. I don't know that I have enough patience for it, but I need a hobby that's outside of work. And I think that would be an easy one and a nice one. I'm not good at like drawing or painting or sculpting. I can cook, but then who's going to eat the food? Like, I need something that's not just work to do. I need something outside of work and exercise and cooking, because again, nobody will eat all my food. So I thought maybe crocheting or knitting.
But then the question becomes, on my side, if you want my opinion, what am I allowed to do?
You have hobbies.
Oh, okay. So I don't get any more, huh?
No.
So 2025, Scooter gets no more new hobbies. No new hobbies. You're just shut down.
Well, you have to replace one. Like, you can't have 18 hobbies. And for some reason, you only choose hobbies that cost $1 gajillion.
Well, yeah. How much is skydiving? I'm not joking. How fun would that be?
That's not a hobby.
Oh, that's a hobby. That's a hobby.
You want to learn how to skydive by yourself?
That's a hobby.
Hobby.
Skydive, drinking coffee.
Coffee. You have hobbies.
Yeah.
I would love for you to get back into games. The industry that you're in.
Yeah.
Get back into games.
That's true.
I mean,
No,
you've already made the investments. Like,
no, I'm gonna design a game. I'm gonna finish one of my designs of my game this year. Whether it gets published or whatever, it's irrelevant. But that's gonna be that's kind of when it talks about my focal point of industry wise is I have to stay focused. I'd like to. It's not a new hobby, but it's one of those. I want to do it more often, and I want to play the games that I want to play.
Yeah,
I think that's my biggest thing is that I did so much over these years playing games that other people. I don't care. What do you want to play? I was like, no, I'm gonna pick the freaking game. Like I'm done. Hey, what games do you like to play? And then I just hop on there. I was like, no, I know what games I like to play. I don't like the super intense 3-hour games.
Yeah,
I don't. It's just not my thing. I like 15 to 20 minute games. 30 minutes is probably my max.
Yeah.
Because my attention span.
Yeah.
Because I like to have conversation. I like conversational games.
Yes.
I like creative games. Yeah. So if it's like pen and paper and you're just not talking to each other, that's insane.
Yeah. Even when you're not supposed to talk, Scooter's talks in a game.
Yeah.
He doesn't know how not to.
I mean, the last game show we're on was like, I really like the stuff that how you're talking and stuff like that. Don't do that in the game. Even though the way you're doing it so well. What was it when we did the thing for Blank Slate? She was saying, I really like your banter and the things you're saying, and you're not giving away your answer.
Yeah.
She goes, I like that you do that, but you can't do that in the game.
It's not how it works.
You have to just shush.
So that might be my goal for 2025 is find us another game show. Because now it's been a year.
It's only been 1 year.
Yeah, so you can. You just got to be on the
Spend
same
1
network.
year next month.
Yeah. So we could do another game show on a different network.
Mhm.
Game show. I'm going to find this one. Put that on my to-do list.
It'll be what? Flight Factor. We have to do skydiving. Yes! Both things.
What?
I want to go skydiving.
Why don't you just put that on your list then? You want to do that for our anniversary? We won't go.
Skydiving?
We won't go on a trip. We'll go skydiving.
Let's just jump off
Yeah.
just die.
And hope for the best. Skydiving
They
August.
made it 10 years
2025.
and then they died.
All right, you guys are all invited. We're going skydiving.
Or at least the ones where you do like the air thing.
The hot air balloon?
No, they blow on you like you're actually falling skydiving.
Oh, like the indoor skydiving. I don't
Which
think
is
you'd
not
like
a
that
thing.
as much.
No, I'd be dry on my eyeballs.
You have goggles.
Where's my goggles?
All right, we'll do skydiving for our anniversary.
Okay.
But some are pretty.
You don't have to do skydiving.
I don't
Or
want
just,
to do
like-
the one over the friggin' freeway.
Or just do a big zip line.
Oh yeah, I've never done one of those.
Ever?
Nope, never done a zip line.
That seems weird.
I don't go into the places that do zip lines.
Forests?
I don't go into forests. I don't go camping.
What do you mean?
I don't go to places that have zip lines.
I've seen Get Out.
Right. Haven't, but I get the gist.
No, it's like I've seen Get Out. And what was the other one? What is it called?
The newest one.
No.
Hmm.
The Squeal Like a Pig. What is it? Burt Reynolds was in the original.
Carrie.
Can't remember. No, Burt Reynolds was not in that. John Travolta was though, the original. No, but what was that? Deliverance. Woo!
Oh, never seen it.
Well, I knew that, so I knew I had to do that. I knew this burden of coming up with a name was all on me. I knew it.
Okay, there's one thing I want to bring up. It has nothing to do with 2025.
Okay.
We were listening to a show the other day, and the guy was talking S&G, and the guy was talking about how loud his inner monologue is. And then I'm wondering, what is an inner monologue?
You're basically talking to yourself. Like you're having a full discussion all the time. You're thinking, not just thinking, you're thinking, analyzing, designing, creating all these things through a voice.
So is it like, it's gonna sound really weird. So when like
It's like being crazy.
when we're annoyed with each other, but we're holding back what we want to say,
Yeah.
but we're saying in our head, is that your inner monologue?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay.
But my inner monologue is like constantly going.
Oh yeah.
Like
nice.
it's always going. Like I only say probably a 10th of the words that are actually happening in my brain.
That seems
speaking.
crazy.
Well, okay, thanks, but no, that's really who I am. That's
Interesting.
and it's something. Sometimes I can be. That's why like staring at a wall is not. I'm not bored.
Yeah.
There's a lot going
There's a
on.
whole conversation happening.
Oh, there's not multiple people speaking in my brain. I don't have that kind of superpower, but it's me having multiple conversations with myself and different perspectives and going, what has come, what do we need from that? Why do I need to do that? So that's where it really does. It's a very difficult task for me to focus on almost anything.
And then I wonder if it's people who have like ADD, if they're the ones who have more of the inner monologue.
For sure.
Hmm.
I would agree
Interesting.
with that. And I think it's because you're always discussing, you're doing something, you feel focused, so you go, I wonder how that sticker, what kind of quality sticker is on the back of there. And if I could get another one that's a little designed, not that square, but has a little cut edge that's closer to that happens to me 24/7.
Interesting.
Like everything that I'm looking at, like I wanted this to clean up the table. And then I go, well, if I clean it up or I straighten it up, it's not going to look natural. So I was like, so maybe I can at least put this on here. And this is me when I'm adjusting the cameras.
Yeah.
I'm doing the cameras. So setting up here, that's why when I do things, they have to be very methodical. Because if I don't make myself an inner checklist, it just will never get done. I'll get A, L, S, and Z done
yeah.
instead of A through Z. I mean, I skip things.
Yeah.
So that's why I was like, I do think you say I move like a robot. I was like, I'm moving like a robot. Otherwise, it will not get done.
Yeah. I'm discombobulated, but I don't think I have inner monologue sometimes. But again, it's mostly like when I'm talking to somebody, if I'm like, don't say that out loud.
That's like I said, that's 90% of the things that go through my head.
Yeah.
Like when I'm speaking on here, I was like, I might crank it up to 15 or 20. But if I went 100, you've heard me at 100.
Yeah.
Nobody would talk to me.
It's true.
Like nobody would talk to me because they don't understand not that they don't understand. They don't know me well enough to understand where my heart is.
Yeah.
Because my heart's always intentionally in a very, very caring and loving space. But what comes out is just little bits of it. And people are going, wow, if you heard all of it, I was like, that's on you, bro. That's what I was like. A lot of people like they're going through a tough time and do this. I was like, oh, that's on you. And then like, what are you talking about? I was like, well, it's just a tough time. I was like, you did this to yourself. and I say that to myself too. I was like, you did this to yourself. So shut up. You little, you know how I love saying the B word.
You do. Anyways, I thought it was interesting because I thought, I wonder how many people actually do have that inner monologue. Because when they said some people don't, I'm like, do they not know what it is though? Because sometimes it's hard to define.
I think there's probably a lot of people that don't have a lot of inner monologue, inner dialogue.
Because I don't have
it? Inner
monologue, I
You
forgot what I
said it.
said. Now I forgot because you just said monologue. I thought I think it's inner dialogue.
Okay, but I think there's a lot of people that don't really. They have one voice and one listener.
Yeah.
So they have it, but it's the people that probably get most stuff done.
Yeah.
Have less of an inner monologue.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, grab your coat. All right, grab the lunch you made. I mean, that's because you got to remind yourself of those things. You don't just do it with muscle memory.
Right.
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
After a while. But I think other people are going, it's like, did I make lunch? Oh, I think I made lunch. Well, let me go check. Oh, did I make this lunch yesterday? I was like, that food truck that's going to be next to the site today, I might want to check that out. But maybe it was like, so you walk out the door with your lunch in your hand and forgot your coat.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about other things.
Yeah.
Or it's like, wow, I should probably get a new lunchbox. Oh, because I need one that's designed a little bit better than this. Constantly.
Yeah, I'm not that. I don't have that.
I could design a better lunchbox than this. That's my biggest thing. I was like, if you just did this. That's me on everything. That's why, you've seen me sitting down at game testing tables.
Yeah. I'm
at 1% of my communication when I'm sitting down testing a board game.
Yeah.
I'm at 1%. Because if I cranked it up to 3 to 5, it'd be an intense conversation.
Yeah.
It was like, this design is...
And you hurt so many feelings.
Yeah, you're just going to... But your intention is you love what's in front of you, but you have strong opinions and a lot of dialogue going on in your brain.
Yeah.
It feels like you're crazy sometimes.
Interesting.
Yes, we do, says Marcy, and I don't know what that means.
I think it was constantly... Do all people with ADHD or ADD have that, like, all the time inner monologue?
All I can speak is I don't think I've ever been diagnosed with anything. I probably should. Now that I'm in my 50s, I'd probably be smart.
You're not gonna do anything about it.
No, it's at least when maybe you can focus on something and focus on how do you.
I promise you have ADD and OCD.
How do you can't promise me that.
Yes, I can.
Don't know that. How?
Yes, I can. Let me move something in this room right now.
No, I'll just move it back, or I'll say, wow, that's a good spot for it. Let me move everything according to that. I'm surprised that the things that are backdrops and everything have stayed in one spot. I've moved them probably at least, not even a joke, probably 30 times. I've moved something in here, moved things around, probably just the stuff on the backdrops, probably 30 times.
Yeah.
It's pretty, I moved a couple things just like 2 days ago.
It's bananas. Marcy said, mine is, okay, I need to make a list. And then I started thinking about great list to make, but still reminding myself, but I have to make a list.
Right. It's in a loop. That's not a joke.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I'm just like, make the list.
So
I lose the list.
me, my focus, was it today? Was it today or yesterday? I was like, restring your guitar. You need to restring the guitar because you set it right here so that you would restring it. And you have strings sitting right in the drawer. So that was the idea. So when I went to clean off this, I started moving everything else. I moved bags to a different spot. I moved shoes to a different place. I moved games to a different place. I just started doing that. I was like, all you were going to do was restring your guitar, man, which would have taken like maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah. Did you ever restring your guitar?
No.
Oh.
Because I got caught up in this. Then as soon as I go, okay, I got a couple more minutes to come grab you.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to the store real quick. And then you landed. That was my day. So it was like, yeah, it was all over.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Interesting. Inner dialogue. So interesting.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I had. We're ready for 2025. We're ready to make some things happen this year.
Well, you can't be ready for it.
I am ready.
mean, I'm going to say you can't not be ready for it. We're the third day in.
Yeah, but I am ready for it.
Oh, I'm ready for what we can do with it.
I wasn't ready for last year. I had no plans, no goals, I had nothing together last year.
No trajectories.
We just went every day, next day, here we go, let's move forward. There was no plan last year.
Yeah.
There was like, all right, here we go. But this year I feel like, I was telling Jill this yesterday at our booster meeting. I was like, I feel in a better place now than I was in January last year. I feel like a normal human being. I felt this way for like 3 weeks now. I feel like a normal person.
Really?
Yeah. Could be because I've been sleeping at home. Who knows? But
Yeah, maybe you're not traveling as much.
yeah. But I do
reset
feel
a
like,
little bit.
yeah, I feel like a normal human. So that's been nice.
I don't like feeling normal. Here we go.
No, Josh. No.
We got a troll. Got a troll in the chat.
Oh,
You read it if you want.
Josh said, did someone say horse? Scooter did.
So watch. I mean, if you're listening to this in VOD or hanging out with it, Marcy, no, Marcy, you're in the chat. Happy New Year to you, my dude, Josh Saleh. I just love how it's.
So weird. It's
No,
gonna go weird, I can feel it.
I've been thinking about his last name forever because it was like I kept spelling it wrong and going, is it Selah or Saleh? And I was like, oh, it's actually I think it has Jewish descent, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I kind of looked it up. And then when you say it out loud, Josh Saleh,
Okay.
and I was like, so that's how I thought about it. It was like, he's slaying.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, that's how I thought about it. So now it's pretty easy. For me
You
to
know, it
spell.
would be fantastic to play his game. Change my mind. It was Marcy.
Marcy.
Oh my gosh, Marcy and Leslie. We need to take the game to them and make them play it with us.
Marcy, bring your sister.
Yeah.
Get up here. We have 2 guests.
Or we can go to them.
Yeah, but we have 2 guest microphones.
Oh, that's true.
We could go live. We have enough cameras. We have enough mics. We have enough space.
I mean, you guys can bring Ryan too. That's Leslie's husband. He doesn't have to stay home.
Does he want to play something like this?
No, I've only met him like 3 times. I think.
But first, Marcy, watch the Change My Mind episode of our interviews that we did while we were in Pennsylvania. Before you invite somebody, you go,
no,
I don't.
She knows her brother-in-law.
Okay.
She said yes, he would.
It can be. Well, yeah, Marcy will be fine, Josh.
Yeah.
And Josh is like, watch out, it's dirty. But I was like,
Marcy's got this.
Marcy will be
Marcy's
fine.
hilarious.
Her sister will be fine.
Yeah.
It's like sometimes, like I'll do fine in those games. And sometimes Sarah's like,
I blush.
I'm gonna go make cookies.
You guys. It went too far. I gotta go do something wholesome right now. I'm gonna go bake some cookies.
So it really did happen. There is the mention of the horse. It has to do with the horse's penis. And an orifice of mine.
And a cactus. I mean,
and a cactus.
some hot sauce.
Hot sauce, orifices, cacti.
Oh, jeez.
No, it's very, very fun. One of my favorite moments of being in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
For sure. Philadelphia.
Yeah. Good times.
And I think the best part is that what we did out there in some of those interviews like didn't fit the profile of the show at all.
Yeah.
Right? But I was like, sometimes when I talk, it gets a little when we play games.
We just don't know what he's gonna say.
Yeah, sometimes I
That's
go a
the
little
issue.
random, and I try and keep it PG-13, but sometimes it gets a little R.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's a pirate's favorite letter.
Arr.
You're wrong. It's the C. So, because we did play the I Mustache You, and anytime that we do demos of games on this channel, but we also play them during the podcast, and we do not play by the rules.
No, that's the problem.
And it's Sarah's fault
It
mostly.
Yeah, always.
She was like, nope. Let me pick the better card. And I'm like, okay. So
Some of them are not appropriate. That's all I have to
mean,
say.
last week we had some good not appropriate
Yeah,
ones.
I know.
From I Mustache You.
I was like, too far.
Yeah. He made some cool stuff too.
Yeah.
What's his name? Duncan. Last name. What's his first name?
Josh. Nope. Dustin.
No.
James? Nope.
No, we know
That's
we know who James is.
Sorry.
But no, it's like
I'm bad with
I
names.
remember Duncan, Mr. Duncan.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's very fun.
Jason.
We knew it was.
I was close
Jake.
to James.
Thanks, Josh. I knew it was. It was funny. So it was very fun. Did you want to get into playing a game, or
Are you going to choose it?
we got about half an hour? The games are next to you. All the new games are
I
next
know,
to you.
but you want to choose it and I will pick it up and put it on the table?
Wow.
Listen, it's
I
been a long
can't
day.
see. It's been a long day for everyone.
I will throw a pen at you.
All right.
But not on
But
camera.
what?
That's abuse.
Let's try. What's its kind of a fun story? That one's kind of.
I was like, what are you talking about? I got it.
It's
I
kind of a
understand.
fun story.
Yeah.
We haven't actually tried that one out.
We don't play it.
All right, Josh. Thanks for hanging out.
Thanks for coming
Thanks
by.
for coming saying hi. We do this most Fridays. I'll alert you if we're playing a Change My Mind live for sure,
Yeah.
which will be soon.
I don't remember what all the boxes are. Oh.
There's a family edition is all.
Yeah, but I think that's too lame. We can do 17 plus. We just
Okay.
can't do straight to H double hockey sticks.
All right.
I think. But we don't even know how to play. You just want to read cards and just go for it?
Yeah. It's a similar concept of like kind of like that apples to apples.
I've never played that.
Well, when you have two people and the third person is the judge.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like the mechanic that Josh for Change My Mind says, I'm tired of that. And I'm going to make it this way. And I was like, awesome. So I was very excited about that.
There's so many cards.
Yeah, the second section is about voting.
Oh, well, why is this all by itself? Just extra?
It has R's on it. So it was the
Oh.
R-rated stuff. So I just left it.
Oh, I thought this was the R-rated stuff.
Okay. So you're not in the family edition. You're just in the normal edition. Right?
Yeah.
So I kept the ones, anything that has an R on the front of it is R rated. And everything that's R rated,
Oh.
I kept in the package
Uh-huh.
or I kept in cellophane.
Okay. That's good enough, Shuffle.
Woo. Now what?
I don't know. We pick one up and see
We
how it
oughta-
goes.
We should probably take care of this then. Or are we just leaving that on
Just
there?
leave it there.
But it's now we got two different games just hodgepodging around.
Yeah.
All right.
This is our life. That's what our brain looks like. Hodgepodge. I'll put these out so we know. Boom.
It's
better.
kind of a fun story.
Hell edition. Just kidding. All right. Here's your half.
What do I do with them?
I don't know. Pick one up and see how it goes.
Okay. We're breaking this game.
Yeah.
What story? This is worth 2 points.
Okay.
Let's just say what it is. What story from your life comes to mind when you hear independent?
I don't know if it's a story. It just makes me think of a song.
You're like, the first time I heard the song by Kelly Clarkson, Miss Independent. No.
No.
First time you heard a Beyonce song.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was.
Well, I was like, I could go down a list.
I don't know. Independent. I don't even know the first time I felt independent. Yesterday.
When you hear the word independent, what story from your life do you think about?
I don't know that I have one. Independent story.
Are you saying this game is not for you?
No, I'm saying I don't have good stories. This is why I break the game and I just find one that applies to me.
But I'm asking you questions.
I know. I don't have an answer. When I heard the Beyonce song. Or
Okay.
INDEP. That song.
That's a
It makes
story.
me I'm sorry, it makes me think about music, not stories.
There you go.
Oh.
Marcy says, when I moved out on my own.
See, I don't even feel independent then.
Well, I mean, it's not about feeling independent. It didn't say when you
I
felt
know.
independent.
It just said make you think of.
What story does it make you think of when you hear, and it's in quotes, independent? You hear the word independent. Because there's tons of things. I can go Independence Day. There's.
Yeah, that's not a story either.
No, I'm saying you can easily go down just random facts of things that have independent in it.
Yeah.
But this literally is asking about you. And this is where it can be hard with Sarah.
I'm not a good storyteller.
Well, she's decently stoic about telling her own stories.
No, I just don't have some to tell all the time.
She thinks that, yet she's here and doing what she's doing for a living and do all these things. You have to actually suck it out of you for some reason.
I'll choose when I quit the state and went to work for myself.
Good one.
Independent.
Yep. Decided.
Worst day of my life. I'm just kidding.
To not just run her own company, but run her own company, and that's it.
Yeah.
Right?
It's terrifying. All right. What is something you've seen that you can't unsee?
It's kind of everything, isn't it?
Yes.
That I can't unsee.
Yeah.
Like, I guess, I don't know if I walked in on something, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I've seen so many things. I'm like, they all kind of become a gross blur in my mind.
Fair.
Let's just say that you can't unsee what scarred, probably something that scarred you probably the most. Let's just say death.
I'll say watching my sister have a baby.
Yeah, I don't have to go into details of that.
No.
Life too. Seeing life, like
Yeah.
you're saying, like seeing somebody have a
You can't
child.
unsee that.
You can't unsee that. It's strange.
Yeah.
And death.
Yeah.
Seeing death.
Yeah. Both sides of that is rough.
Those are the two things that when you see it happen,
Yeah.
it's just you can become a different person.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's your
okay.
turn.
Mine says,
Mhm.
okay, so this is how it works. On the count of 3,
Okay.
we're going to point to who you feel, you or me,
Okay.
right? Who would fail in an escape room.
Oh.
And we'll do 1, 2, 3, and then point at the person.
Who would fail in an escape room? Okay. 1, 2, 3. You want to give a reason why? Because I have a reason why.
Oh, it's me.
You're so impatient.
I just tear down.
I know. As I was gonna say, you were just breaks me like, I think it's this. Like
I
that
would
wasn't
rip
supposed
something
to
off the
move.
wall because
Yeah.
I almost broke multiple things. The one time we did an escape room, I almost broke things.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's got to be in here, and rip. They're like, that's just a wall.
Yeah. They're
Like,
like
oops.
that wasn't supposed to move.
Yeah.
Like, it jiggled.
I almost kicked a statue of a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's definitely I think.
I would lose.
Yeah.
If it was all by myself, I would just rip down a wall and leave. Because I was like, nah.
Oh gosh.
Because I'm like, I can solve this right now. Rip, and I'll be out.
All right, ready?
Yeah.
What song has significance in your life currently?
Oh, see, I love this question because I asked this question myself. I ask as a theme song, but currently, what is it?
What song has significance in your life?
So-
I added currently.
So like my current theme song. Ah, wow. It's actually decently difficult. The one, it's I Prevail songs for some reason. I Prevail's been on my playlist for a minute now, and I keep playing 2 songs. It's FTWYK. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically F what you think you know.
Yeah.
Right? That's a big one for me. And Choke by I Prevail.
Yeah.
When you say my effing name, choke.
It's a good one.
Yeah, because it's kind of like, I don't have anything. You've hated on me so long.
Yeah. Marcy said hers is To Be Loved by Lizzo.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Is that a newer one?
I don't know.
No, that's a deep
But
one.
I'm going to add it. To Be Loved. CJ would know. CJ loves Lizzo.
What? Not anymore. He did.
I still
Now he
think
loves
does.
like some weird stuff that goes.
That's all music right now.
I'm like, is there a song? No, it just keeps doing that. And then somebody going,
Stop.
you know I'm right.
No, I know.
Rhythmically, it's I could write the rhythm to 90% of the songs. Okay. Your question is, you can't just go, what are you doing?
No,
You're not playing by the game. So you're end up going to go through all the cards, and then we go to actually play the game. You're just going to know all the cards. That's how you break
I
games.
love how you think my memory is that good.
No, I'm just saying it's not. It becomes not.
This is the go to H ones.
But it doesn't go as it does. It's not as random.
Right.
Does that make sense? You get to pick. You're going through cards to pick a card that you think you want to hear me answer instead of just one that's random.
I'm picking ones that I feel like we could answer on the podcast. That's all.
right.
Continue.
So besides what you're doing right now, what screw up of yours do you still laugh about?
Oh God. I mean, I feel like I've already told the story. It's got to be the hug.
The person you didn't know in the
Yeah.
grocery store?
Yeah. That's got to be the biggest script that I've ever
Come on,
done.
Go.
Oh gosh. I've said this on here before and it's so freaking embarrassing. So I was at a store and it was when I lived in Fresno and there was somebody who I saw that I thought was a relative of mine. I thought I knew them. And when I saw them, I gave them a hug they gave me, it was a hug situation, which is weird because I don't even hug people. And then when I took the kids to school the next day, I realized it was one of the kids' parents and it was real embarrassing because he was like, she gives hugs. And I'm like, no, I thought you were like my cousin or something. I actually don't ever want to give you a hug ever again. And please don't talk to me because now it's super embarrassing.
But they got to tell a story somewhere too. It was
I
like-
know.
So in the grocery store, some horny mom came up to me and they pretended like I was really close to them. And I was like, I don't know if she was desperate. Just need a little side thing. I don't know. But she
gosh.
gave me like this full on hug.
That's so
and I was like,
embarrassing.
I was kind of aroused, but I was like, but I don't even know who you are. I just know you're one of the other kids' moms.
So embarrassing. Yeah. Yeah, that's
So they have a story too.
I know.
Right?
Oh, cause it's so weird being the other side of someone's story.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, and that we talk about that on here too. It's
Yeah.
like when you're kind of when you interrupt somebody from their story, from what they're doing, realizing that you're not the hero in the story, or the story's not about you. You're like a
Yep.
side quest.
yep.
You're not
Yeah.
the main character.
Yeah.
Realizing that in your brain is so hard for a narcissist. No, or somebody who has that mind of like, I like to be the center of attention. It's so hard to realize that the whole thing had nothing to do with you. You were like the equivalent to a chair
Right.
in the room.
Right.
It's hard to understand that. Even though you said some awesome jokes, all that stuff, and they go, you in the story was like some guy was telling some jokes.
I know. What was his name again? Oh,
No,
I
they
can't
don't
remember.
even go that far. They said, yeah, they're setting the stage for what happened. And they said, yeah, and some guy was telling some jokes. That's it. Not what the joke was, not who were they, where were
funny.
they, what they look like. Some guy was telling some jokes.
Yeah. That's
Realize that in a lot of people's story,
rough. Yeah.
that's who I am.
Yeah.
And I have to realize that. I was like, I thought I was the center of attention. And everybody was looking at me. But most of the room, 9 out of 10 people, that was their version of who I was.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's intense to me to realize. That's been 2024 for me.
Yeah. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
I'm always
pointed
ready.
finger. This is an unfair one. Who could build a campfire the quickest? One, two, three. I've never built a campfire.
There you go.
There's no need. Stay in a cabin.
Give me some sticks.
Stay in a cabin.
Give me some dry
Set
sticks.
firewood on fire with a lighter. All right, your turn.
My turn to ask. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Who? It's another one.
Okay.
Who was the messiest eater?
Again, it's so unfair. I'm ready. Here's the thing, though. I almost feel like it should be a both thing. I drop a lot of things,
Yeah,
but Scary
the
gets a lot of
messiest.
things on his face.
Yeah.
So
But
I feel like that's a combination.
That's not messy, though.
That is messy.
You know,
And you get on your clothes, too.
sometimes. No, it's like, but how? You get stuff on your face and you get stuff on your clothes sometimes. Not that often,
Yeah.
right? And I get stuff on my face
So
and
it's
stuff on my clothes not that often. But way more often, you get stuff outside of your plate.
That's true.
So that's what I'm saying.
know,
It's like,
gets
that's
there.
where you're the messier one.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not on you as a person. You're not like a messy. You're not like, yeah, not like that. I'm just saying, somehow when I'm wiping off the table,
I am
your side of the table needs a little bit more wiping
just so
than mine.
excited to eat food. It just goes everywhere.
Because we've been starving for days.
Starving for hours.
Today was one of those days, actually. So,
When was your first kiss?
it was, I don't know when, like date wise.
I guess just tell the story of it.
Yeah, it was. We had a public pool in Columbus, Montana.
Mm-hmm.
I think her name was Michelle.
You're good with names.
Huh?
You're good with names.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure her name was Michelle. And there's this, you could kind of break into the pool area. So it was nighttime, and there's in between like the dressing rooms for the girls and the boys. You could get into that little hallway, and it was like kind of like, we kind of like figured out how to do like our first kiss thing. And I think her name was Michelle. Yeah, we were like, God. I do remember we had smoked cigarettes.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's even.
I do
That's
remember that.
gross.
We were smoking cigarettes and kissed, and I think I was like 12.
You were smoking cigarettes at 12 years old.
Oh yeah,
Shit,
but I
my
think 12
goodness.
because that was like when we were first sneaking out to
Such a
smoke
hoodlum.
cigarettes,
Cigarettes.
and I think her name was Michelle. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. The other one was shortly after that was Stacy.
You a hoodlum and a hoochie?
The Stacy one was it Stacy? Maybe. But I know the one that sticks in my brain of like my first kiss, not like kiss like as a little kid you kiss go "Mwah," like a kiss.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure her name was Michelle.
Hmm.
And we had cigarettes.
What is with you and the cigarettes?
I'm just saying. I said it. It's still in the story.
But
It's not a different story.
But
It's
why?
the same story.
Why were you smoking cigarettes?
Oh my God! Do you know it was 1985?
This is what the kids did.
It's not like
1985.
2022.
Oh,
Yes, in a town of 1,500 in 1985. What else were you doing?
all right. I don't know.
You were stealing
I was
liquor.
one. I don't know.
You were stealing liquor, smoking cigarettes, and trying to put your thing in other things.
You know. All right, your turn.
That's what you were doing. Okay.
Crazy life.
Who? Here's another pointing finger.
Okay.
Who would look directly into an eclipse with no eye protection?
Easy peasy. Actually, I don't know.
Oh, now I'm scared.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, I've done it.
You'd be like, where is it? Ham.
I found it. Where'd you go? I'm over here. Where?
All right, ready?
I think I did it on this last one.
Oh, I don't even think this is you, so I'll ask you anyways. Tell us a story. Tell us a time you were embarrassed by being the center of attention in public.
Ooh. Mhm. them. It'd have to be high school, right? After that, I was like,
You don't embarrass anymore.
oh, okay. Let's say even after that, let's when you're in a group of people, and I'm not going to get too specific. When I was in a group of people, probably one of my most embarrassing moments where I was the center of attention. When you're the center of attention and you don't know you're the center of attention.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah.
Those are the worst, and it's for not good reasons.
Yeah.
It's for everybody knows somebody did something to you, and you have
don't know.
no idea.
Yeah.
And then you find out during that interaction that everybody in the room knows exactly what she did to you and exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And you're the last one to find out. I think I have specifics, but I'm not going to put that out to the world.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just a small room of people. It was
That sucks.
at least 100 people.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Fun times.
No.
All right, we're going to go 3 R's.
What are you talking about? Oh, you
Don't
chose
mix them.
They have to be the same.
I don't know what they are.
order?
I just chose some, and then
Oh,
I shuffled, and I
don't mix them in here.
Yeah.
Don't mix them in
don't
here.
mix them.
We're going R's. So these are the lightest. These are probably PG-13.
I don't understand.
So there's an R-rated. You picked it.
I know, but I don't understand it now that I've read
Holy
it.
crap.
I didn't realize it was a point of finger.
So there's a deck of cards in the section of these that are like kind of little. They call straight to hell, but they're an R-rated. They ask you a little bit more naughtier questions.
Yeah.
And there's a family version, a kid's version. So just know we have the whole spectrum.
Yes. All right.
Neurodivergence.
Point of finger. Who would you eat first on a deserted island? It's just you and me. So I should have skipped this question, actually. Ignore that question.
It'd be you.
Well, it'd have to be because you don't get yourself.
Well, I understand that, but you're always like, I'm not going to survive. I'm just going to sit there and die. You say that every time
No,
talk
I
about...
said if there's zombies, I'm just going to die. There's no point. I'm not going to try to fight zombies and stay alive. It's stupid.
All right.
Let's just be done. Okay, here, let me fix that. Here's a question. If you owned one, what would you name your strip club?
Oh.
Hootie Hooterville.
Dude, no. I almost had one. I was almost there.
You got this.
Oh, dirty deeds. Don't be cheap.
Oh, jeez. Sounds like more than stripping.
Yeah. It implies that. Well, all I could think of is like the AC/DC song, Dirty Deeds, Done Dirt Cheap. And I was like, oh, that could not leave my brain. So dirt, and it would be done in the same font, like an AC/DC font. And it'd be Dirty Deeds, Don't Be Cheap.
You have to pay them
Dirty
right.
Deeds, Don't Be Cheap. No, you wouldn't. Because you changed enough.
Not that song's always playing when they're there.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't play the song.
All right, what you got?
That was good. I just came up with that. That's good. Okay. So you're doing the same thing. The point thing.
Oh.
But that's fine. Who could talk their way out of getting arrested for smuggling drugs? That's easy. Out of us two, it's me.
I think I could.
I
think people think my face is so sweet.
Yeah.
I think I could talk myself
You
out
have a
of
lot of things working against you.
it. That's true. That's fair.
Because most smugglers are women. Let's be real. Through like TSA and all this, that they don't use traditional white guys in their 50s. I'd be like, what the? I don't know what that is.
That's true.
Why? I don't think anybody touched my back. I mean, I did go to the restroom and I set it down, but I was like, but that's it. I'm pretty sure I had my eye on it the whole time. See how I just said pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think. I didn't say nobody.
He's teaching you guys things right here.
Yeah.
All right, ready? What toxic trait of yours are you secretly proud of?
Narcissism. No.
You're secretly proud you're a narcissist?
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
No, because I feel like I am secretly proud of it because I know if I need to use working the room for any reason,
Yeah.
to deflect attention off of you, to pull attention to myself, or to to move the dynamic from the room to where it's not so harmful or not so something. I have a good way of doing that, and that I feel like it comes with narcissism.
That's fair. Yeah.
That's why
you know how to turn the all about me on and off.
yeah, well, not only that, but it's like I know how to, when I need to turn it on for a good reason. I feel like it can be done properly, like all attention on me.
Yeah.
And then all the strange chaos that's really about to happen dissipates, and everybody's like, who's this jackass?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, good answer. Your turn.
2 points.
Okay.
What is the craziest thing that has happened to you while drinking? Besides this.
This show. I got married. Just kidding.
You were drunk?
Probably.
You already got married? Which time?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, the first time?
No, I didn't drink till way later.
Tell me.
Yeah. Drove me to drink. I would probably say it had to have been like in Vegas where I lost a shoe. That was pretty crazy.
I spent a whole summer losing a shoe every weekend. I was like,
Or I think so this is like my most recent one, which made me laugh. When we were all in New Orleans and we were drinking at the bar at the hotel. And so I had walked Valerie to her room, and then I went to my room, and then in the morning Valerie was like, what happened in my room? I have clothes everywhere. And I was like, me too. What did we do? We just went in our room and just got undressed and got our pajamas on, and stuff was everywhere. And I was like, how do we have the same experience?
that is the
Oh gosh.
give me something comfy, put me in bed.
That was fun. All right, last one. What is your most disgusting experience about needing to use the bathroom?
Oh. My worst one was, and I think, have I told on the air? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I have, but go back into our
The archive.
stuff. No, I was working at Home Depot. It was like, gosh, 5:30 in the morning. And the cherry picker, you're on the lift with the little lanyard and the carabiner, all that stuff, and you're up just a person, you're loading tile, right? And you're by yourself. Nobody else is operating it. So I'm like 16 feet in the air, loading tiles, and then all of a sudden I hear this. Like, okay. And you're lifting cases of tile, and the next one was like, not, it was like I'm in your colon. Really, that's the noise. It was like, I was like, I tossed down the tile. I didn't put any safety thing up, and I'm just like, all I can remember, because when you go up, it makes a certain noise. When it comes down, it goes doo 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 doo. I feel like I heard that for 20 minutes. Doo 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 doo. And that was the sound of the tray hitting the ground floor, and other things hitting
Your pants?
other things.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Made it to the bathroom with incident. There was things in there. Filled it up. Went in there. Threw away my underwear. Cleaned up. Sweat is everywhere. Right? And I'm walking out. I'm just walking out. I didn't told nobody what's going on. I'm just walking straight out. The managers come by. It's like, we're not even open yet. It's like 5:30, 5:45. I'm the opening shift to be at 6.
Yeah.
He looks at me. He's like, hey, where you going? Going home. And I just kept walking. I'm like, I don't know if I ever explained it afterwards. And to top off the whole story, I have to drive 20 minutes home. I think it was Olympia. So we're in Olympia. living in Shelton. So yeah, I had to drive 20 minutes to get home. My wife at the time doesn't know I'm coming home. She's also a hard sleeper. So she's not answering the door.
Oh, jeez.
Pounding on the window. I'm about to lose it in my pants. I don't have a buffer at this point. And I didn't even cuss at this time. I wasn't a cusser at this time. Strangely enough. She was like, "Why are you even home?" I was like, "Let me in the door. I just crap my pants." Like I had to explain myself. I just wanted to go home, go get in the shower and go to sleep. But yeah, so I had to walk by a manager, not explain to him. My wife wouldn't let me in the house. That was probably
It's a good one.
it's pretty embarrassing.
Yeah.
But if it happened to me now, I'd be like, "Get out of my way." They're like, "What? I'm gonna shit my pants." Like, if you don't get out of my way,
That's fantastic.
you know. With
Right.
that, I think that was I've only done it like once or twice in my whole life. And
Yeah.
that was probably the
You have one
worst
more.
one. To ask you.
Yeah.
Oh, I have to ask everybody answers. It says,
Oh, good.
what is your biggest red flag that would stop someone from wanting to date you?
Oh, such a good question. I have so many.
Besides being married already.
Right.
I mean, that
Biggest one.
not always a red flag to some.
It should be. It's the biggest red flag about me. I'm inconsistent.
Pretty big one.
I am not always emotionally available. It's probably my biggest red flag. I don't express emotions well. So if that's something that you're looking for, it's gonna be real hard for you to pull that out of me. That's all I got.
Yeah, I'm still sucking it out of her.
What's yours?
What is your biggest red flag that would stop someone from wanting to date you? Too emotional.
That's true. You're an emotional person.
No, like my emotions, and I'm good, bad, indifferent. It's always on my face. I can't hide it.
Yeah.
Like if I'm pissed, I'm just pissed.
Yeah.
If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm happy, it's in your face.
Yeah.
Like all of it's, if you can't handle an intense emotion, no matter what it is,
Yeah.
I ain't for you. I think that's a big red flag. And I'm still at 51, not very money conscious.
That's true.
Is it conscious? Conscience?
Conscious.
Yeah. I'm just not. I was like, if we have it, why don't we do something fun with
Why
it?
don't we spend it?
Yeah.
Why do we need savings?
It's weird. No, but that's probably my two biggest, probably. What's a green flag? Let's go there. Let's just, do you have one more for me?
No,
or
that was it.
What's a green flag? Let's go green flag for you. What's
I'm
your
so
green
nice.
flag? And humble.
I'm
What?
so humble and funny. I make good food.
That's fact.
I like to go see things.
You're adventurous
I
when
like
it
to
comes
go
to
for
travel.
walks.
That is not
like a puppy.
That is not a green flag.
Yes, it is.
If somebody doesn't like to go on walks, that is not a green flag. A green flag is you like to travel, you like to experience new things.
Yeah.
You do like to cook. You actually enjoy it. She
Yes.
likes making you a meal.
I
Like
do.
that's a green flag. But going on walks,
That's a green flag.
not for everyone.
Oh, it should
Green flag should be like across the board.
No, because not everyone likes to travel. There are literally people who don't like to travel.
Okay,
They're crazy.
crazy.
There's also people who don't really care about food, who just eat to survive and don't eat because food tastes good. Also, crazy to me.
That's why you're gonna die in a zombie apocalypse.
It's fact.
You're like, what do you mean we're just eating to survive? Just kill me. What are we
Nobody
doing?
has any seasoning.
Yeah, screw the zombies. All we have is like canned beans. Just kill me.
If I had to eat to survive, I would. I'm just saying, I
How
don't
would you
have to. I would.
An apocalypse. You'd be like, no, if the food's crap, why am I here?
No, that part's. It's the having to like stay alive from zombie people trying to eat me that I'm just like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't care enough to be like, I'm not living through this. What are your green flags?
Oh, I'm actually pretty emotionally available. I'm
Yeah.
emotionally available.
True.
I'm decently empathetic.
Yeah.
When it comes to a partner, I'm not talking. No, I'm just saying. I think that's what this is kind of about. Like, if you're gonna date me, I'm very empathetic.
Yeah.
Honest to a fault sometimes.
True.
So honest, empathetic. I'm the best comedian. I'm the funniest person you will ever meet,
So true.
along with being super humble about
Yeah.
it. So I'm the most humble.
And he has the
funniest
best
comedian.
5-minute bit you'll ever not hear.
Yeah. I have the best accomplishments that I've never actually done. They're all in the future. That's about it. No, I think the empathetic, and I'm a passionate person, so you're not going to be bored.
Yeah.
In having a conversation with me.
It's true.
I don't think you would be. You
Yeah.
might be annoyed.
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
fair.
this is too much.
Yeah.
But which is fine.
Yeah. Good job. This game has lots of questions, lots of things to talk
Yes.
about.
They all do. They all have really a lot of everything we got is very much get to know your person
Yeah, your people.
questions. You want all my R
Yeah,
ones?
I want your R's and your used ones.
R's.
R's. Are these R's?
Yep.
Okay.
Because they have an R on them.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. All right, let's wrap
right.
this up.
All right. Thanks for joining us. If you didn't, you really missed out because we were very grumpy. This is our grumpy episode.
That was our hangry episode.
Really was.
It's really amazing how much not eating can affect your mood.
Yeah.
That's like, yeah.
Being dehydrated, not eating, just, yeah.
Yeah.
Eat properly. Stay hydrated.
Stay
people.
hydrated.
And show up in real life. And again, if you're watching this, please sign up for our Patreon. We are going to do some pretty cool stuff within the next 30 days. I just have to tie her down in her schedule. And we're going to do them. We'll probably do them live on a different day.
Ooh.
Not
on football day, though.
No.
Yeah.
So Tuesday.
Yeah.
Marcy
said, I love watching you both. I'm definitely going to request to be on your show this year.
You don't have to request, just show up.
Literally.
We have a room. We have a place. We're trying to do other people too, and it's just it's easier when your family, like somebody we haven't seen in a while. Marcy just come through.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what day of the week, we'll do it that day.
Yeah,
it's totally fine. All right. Love you all. Make sure to show up in real life, and we'll see you next Friday.
Yeah.
And I loved it. Bye.